Welcome to your reading. I'm going to try to get one more of these out here. Hopefully I have enough room on my camera roll before I have to start uploading these to YouTube. Also, I realized I forgot to really touch on the Page of Swords in the last reading. So Page of Swords, that was about like being inquisitive about something, getting curious, probably getting curious about um, like you want to feel stable and you're getting curious about what is in store for you. You're wanting to know what's in store for you. That will make you that will make you feel more stable in the long run. Okay, so I guess if you watched yesterday's reading and you were curious about that, hopefully you find it on this one. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put up the cards from the last reading, and we'll get started on the next reading. I hope you're well. I guess by the time I put this up, it'll probably be Tuesday for this reading. So I hope Tuesday is treating you well. I hope this week is easier on you than the last couple of weeks have been. Yeah. All right. So I'm Julene. This is Lunch Break Tarot. And yeah, welcome. All right. Okay. So we have the King of Pentacles. That is, I love this king. He is stable and sure of himself, and very good at making his way in the world. He doesn't have to. He has the upper hand in most dealings with others because of how much work he's put in his life to get where he is. He's earned his position there. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, which came up in for the week a couple days ago, and that is mastery. So our King of Pentacles is mastering something this week. Well, okay, we've got the Three of Wands that is they're working this week. They're working on mastering something, and they also know that at some point, maybe at the end of the week or so, that there's something like they're working on this mastery in order to for when their ship comes in after this period of working on mastery. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So this has been coming up a lot, but this is while they're working with their hands or whatever they are working on in the physical world, getting things done, whether that's for actual work or leisure work. And while they are expecting to for something to come of that at the end of the week, not necessarily something to come of the actual work, but something to come of just the time they're spending doing that. They're thinking a lot, Um, yeah, I know I'm saying they, but it's you, it's you. Okay, and then Four of Pentacles is holding on tightly to any semblance of security that you have. Some people interpret this as holding on too tightly. Um, but we have it is our King of Pentacles, so he certainly doesn't need to hold on too tightly. He's definitely got his shit together. But yeah, I guess we'll clarify and see if we can get more about that Four of Pentacles. But this is definitely just holding on to any semblance of stability that you have for whatever reason. So we'll see. We'll get more about that. Clarify King of Pentacles. I should have been keeping a notebook nearby so I could title these. This is going to be my third one in a row, and I don't remember what the other two were about for title reasons anyway. Clarify King of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Ten of Swords. So somebody opened a big wound for Mr. King of Pentacles. So as much as he is solid and stable and capable, he still has some wounds and they are wide open. And he is down for the count. Like, I mean, he might still be up and moving and looking solid, but inside He's in a bad way. And if you are he, then you are he. 8 of Pentacles, clarify 8 of Pentacles. My ice is melting. I need to take some drinks. I'm going to do that real quick. Cups have to do with filling your cups, having what you need from within to fill yourself back up. Clarify 8 of Pentacles. Nothing is random, certainly not when we're doing tarot. It really seems like it then. Everything feels like a symbol for something else. Clarify 8 of Pentacles. Might be that one, but I'm not sure. Yep. Okay, we've got Knight of Swords. So rushing in with, yeah, being flooded in this case. That's what I'm getting. While you're doing your mastery, working on something, you're being kind of flooded with, like, it's almost like when you take shrooms and it feels like no truth is out of reach for you. Not every trip is like that, and I'm definitely not recommending it. Oh, do your diligence if you ever do that. But anyway, this is just about it. I don't know. This is about the truth coming in, and that night looks confrontational to me. So it's kind of like being confronted with truths, and that makes sense because, like, the king is in a bad way because of his core wounds. So I don't know. This is being flooded with things that maybe pop their bubble of illusion. Like maybe they're in the denial stage of grief, and which the denial stage is like nothing to be shamed. It is absolutely necessary. Sometimes you need a break from grief. I don't have a grief card here, but we had it in yesterday's reading. And anyway, sometimes you start to see things that make it possible for you to let go of denial. But since this is confronting, it feels like it's less, you're not going easy. You're not letting go of the denial easy. But it does look like kind of being forced to let go of denial. All right, clarify the 3 of Wands. Ooh, who was that one? The Emperor. The Emperor. Okay, so the Emperor knows that someone is expecting him to make a decision, and he knows that he's got the upper hand, that the choice is his. And so while he's working on his mastery this week, he's like thinking about when him and his ship, and this could be a person, shipping relationship. He's waiting for his ship. He knows that he's going to be reunited with his ship, and he knows he has the upper hand and the power in his hands. He's facing a lot of confrontational truths about it. He's thinking a lot about it. He's considering all options, but ultimately he knows the choice is his. This is not gendered, so flip it however you want. Okay, clarify the 7 of Cups. I'm going to take that. We've got the World. So this is the world. This is ending. This is ending a major cycle. So graduating something. This is you graduated, so you're not studying for finals anymore. So as a result of all of this thinking, you graduate, and you don't have to be daydreaming about it anymore. You've reached the end of that, and you're about to start off with something new. And that we had the 4 of Pentacles following immediately after that. Actually, I'm not going to read that yet because all of these cards came out for the 7 of Cups. So the World, you've graduated, something's ending, something's beginning. We've got the 10 of Pentacles, so big time stability coming as the result of graduating the old cycle. You know, you got through it. Maybe you got a D, but you passed and you graduated no matter what. Maybe you got an A. Maybe you passed with flying colors. Either way, major stability on the horizon, long-term stability. So we've also got we've got some purification. So this is maybe when you're not whittling with your whatever you're doing for mastery this week, whatever hobby or whatever that you're doing joyfully. Joyfully is might be strong, might be a strong word, but it's kind of like that. It's like um, it's not tedious work. It's work that you're glad to be there for. Um, when you're not doing that, you're deliberating a lot and purification, like processing your feelings. Oh, goodness gracious. So, okay, so something's ending and something's beginning. You've graduated. Well, we've got the Lovers and we've got the Tower. So, um, so there might have been a lot of confusion about what to choose. You have reached the end of the cycle, no matter what. Long-term stability is on the horizon, no matter what. You feel any pain you have about whatever choice you make. You're clearly, when you graduate, you leave something behind, and this is you feeling it's not even grief. It's just like surrender. You're surrendering to what you're leaving behind. And then we have the Lovers and the Tower. So this could be that you are leaving a lover's situation in the past. This could be that. Um, you know, without having rose-colored glasses on, it could be that. The Tower could be showing you that's why you have to leave it behind, is because it served its purpose and it wasn't meant to last. This could be that. Yeah, you enjoyed living in the Tower, but it wasn't built on a solid foundation. And maybe you'll build another tower. Maybe you'll have a new relationship. In the same place, even. But the old one definitely is going to the ground. And there's acceptance about that. And like there's long-term stability because you let the tower fall. Well, maybe, yeah, I mean, you do let it fall because this is you surrendering to like something might be like, because you've graduated and because this is divine intervention. It's happening whether you want it to or not, and you're accepting it. Dang, I'm gonna leave that at that because that just feels like that's what I don't have the bandwidth to try to make that be more positive. Okay, so and then that could also be why you're holding on to any sense of stability you have, because even though you know you're a king and you can make your way in the world, like you know what your particular aptitude is, and you have mastered that. Um, but because you're experiencing this ending that is painful and destabilizing, and that's making you like hold on maybe to whatever, hold on to your sense of reality while the tower falls. That's what, yeah, you're holding on to any kind of sense of solid ground. You know the tower's going to fall, so you're just taking cover basically. All right, and I don't know if that needs clarified from that, but clarify the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to read all those. If I do, it's rapid fire. So this is figuring out what you should prioritize. You've got options. You don't know what your main priority should be, so you're thinking about that. You are leaving something behind. You're leaving something meaningful behind. So sounds like you do figure out what to prioritize, and you leave something in the past that was really meaningful to you, probably the Lovers because of the Tower. And then you've got the Five of Wands, which is conflict. You're feeling there's an internal conflict about it. It's not an easy decision, and there's a period of time where you are kind of battling your own mind about what to choose. So maybe you don't necessarily leave it behind. I mean, you do, I think, because of the Tower, but definitely that's probably because of the confronting truths while you're working on whatever it is that you're working on this week. Hobby, I get hobby vibes. Yeah, you're thinking about should I stay, should I go? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is an offer of a new beginning in stability. Yeah, and because you're weighing your priorities, maybe this is something that you're considering prioritizing. We've got Ace of Cups, which is healing. And this is also an offer in love. So you might feel like you have to choose between your sense of stability, because this is clarifying the Four of Pentacles. So it seems like you feel like that you have a choice between two options, and that's what you're conflicted about. Do you choose love, or do you choose stability? And you feel like you can't have both, and that's why you're battling your mind about it. And you also know how painful it will be that you're leaving something behind either way, because as we said with the World, you're graduating. And then we've got the Queen of Wands. So could be a Leo that you're dealing with, but oddly specific, some of you. But you're weighing your priorities and considering what to choose, and it looks like your option, you're considering whether to prioritize a Queen of Wands. Doesn't have to be gendered, could flip it. Queen of Wands, if this is a guy, it's just somebody that, I don't know, knows what they want, and knows their own worth. Same if it's a girl. Yeah, I don't know how to translate it if this is you. Oh, I just saw a cat. Did I? No, I think I did. Definitely a bunny right there. I thought I saw a cat. I saw a bunny. So that has to do with fertility, springtime, new life. So yeah, I don't know. You're definitely like figuring out what to prioritize, and it has to do with the Queen of Wands, whoever that represents for you. All right, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope it resonated. If it did, please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.